Yo guys, I'm Truzuo tracking 2. I shoplifted my way to another $1 million in Hydroneer. Let's check out this by Let's Game It Out.
Back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing
Hey, Josh.
Hydroneer today. My favorite game where you're supposed to go panhandling for gold and minerals to make a whole bunch of money. And in my case, trying to get rich doing all the things
what
the
did
game
you do
doesn't
now?
want me to do. Let me catch you up on what I've done before. First, we visited the shop and trashed it. Then we went over to the river and did some fishing and trashed it. Then realized we could sell all
how that
fish
river's
for a
alive
bunch
anymore.
of money. And then we actually did some panhandling and found some gold, melted some stuff down. And then we went to the big city where you can buy all kinds of other fun things. And that's when we found a way to steal stuff. Like these really expensive thrones, which you can steal, put in your truck, drive them over
I don't know how the devs didn't think of this.
And then sell these crushed metal cubes for tons of money.
Exactly.
And that's how you end your playthrough, with a money bin like you're Scrooge McDuck. But that was last time. We're starting fresh all over.
I don't even want to know. The devs probably looked at that video and were just horrified of what he did and like the creativeness he added to go through to get all of the stuff to like to shoplift it. Oh my god, it was hilarious. So if you didn't see it, go check it out. My guy like tried to figure out a simple way, and then within 30 seconds he found out a way, and then spent the whole video just terrorizing the shop. So it's actually hilarious. But either way, I wonder how he's gonna do it this way, because they probably patched it because he found another way, I'm assuming, to make $1 million. So let's see if it's not getting rid of all the fish in the river, or we'll see what else he does. I don't know what he's gonna do now.
Again. There's been a lot of patches since the last time I
would
played,
assume
so we're gonna see if there's a new fun way to make our millions. But just a quick primer, here's how the game works. You got a little bucket, a big bucket, and a brush.
Basically Gold Rush.
Got this shovel. Here's pretty much what you do. Take all this crap, put it in a central area, grab your shovel, dig some dirt, shove it in your bucket. Keep doing this till the bucket is full, despite it being on its side. Take that bucket, dump it in the bigger bucket, head over to the river, get you some water.
This game is really satisfying though.
Containing its water within the water in the bucket like that. Drop the water in the bucket, grab your brush, and do a little scrubby scrub. Ah, fresh minerals. Looks like some iron and gold. And do this over and over and scrub your problems away. And before you know it, we got all kinds of fun minerals, which we can take and sell for money. Which is not
in the
this
shop.
place, by the way. This is where we buy some tools and equipment. We'll get to that later. For now, instead, we're gonna head up this hill, which is where the jeweler is.
I wonder how they patched it, though. That's gonna be the real kicker. If Josh finds a way to do the same thing just with an extra step, it's gonna be actually hilarious. But I wonder how he's gonna get through it, because before, if you guys didn't watch, I won't if spoilers, but basically what he did was you have to pick up the item you're trying to buy, and you have to put it on see how it says sell. There's an area where you have a buy thing, and you put it on there and tell you how much it costs, and then you buy it. But he figured out that if you pick up the item and place the item outside of the shop area and then pick it up again, it doesn't register that it's in the shop anymore, and then you can put it anywhere you want, but you can't actually place it. If you place it, then it gets rid of it. So what he did was place it in the back of his truck and then drive the truck to the scrapyard. And then since they think it's an actual item, they decompose it into scrap metal. And then he sells the scrap metal because that's an actual item that he actually, crafted technically. And then he sold it back to them. So basically spending zero effort actually mining or anything. So I wonder if they're going to patch it like picking it up, or if there's a detection, you can't place it over the barrier now. I wonder what the method is to be getting because I'm assuming he's probably going to do it some similar way to shoplifting, because he says shoplifted again in the title. So I wonder how he's going to do it. We'll find out, though.
Known as my personal pawn shop. Hello there, unsupervised table. I've brought some goods for you. How much can I get for them?
I still don't understand. Like, you pour it out and then it like spills it everywhere. It makes no sense, but I mean, hey.
165, huh? What a
That's pretty good money.
That's how many days in a year I don't want to spend making money the intended way. Now let's see what we can do with that coinage. As mentioned before, over here we can buy tools and equipment. Let's just leave this bucket outside for now, and let's take a quick gander what our 350 or so coins will get us. Well, based on the price of this grinding wheel, I'm gonna go with more than a little and less than a lot. Not everything's that expensive though. Some things are cheap, like these pans. Either way, it certainly adds up. 52 here for a fishing pole, light post for 160. Oh my goodness, this mining helmet's 361. And this world map is 45? I'd rather just be lost forever, thank you. Anyway, the point being is we're gonna obviously need more money, because if we take these things, put it on the buying platform. See,
this is the platform I was talking about before. If you see how he picked it up, if he placed it outside where that pan is, and then he picked it up again, but he has to physically be outside, then he can like put it anywhere he wants. But if he tries to place it like an actual object, like he owns it, then it will disappear. But I wonder how they fixed it here.
Like, let's say we wanted to buy all this stuff. Starts to add up fast, doesn't it? 1203. I don't have that kind of money in my magic bucket, and I definitely don't want to mine for it in a game that's about mining. This didn't work last time, but maybe I can just walk off without paying. Nope, it just
See, this is what happened before, but then he realized he could place it and then pick it back up.
disappears out of your hands. Let's just try this one more time, a different direction. Okay, still doesn't work. The game does have like a nice way to help you place things though. Let's see, what if I like bring it outside of the area and then just drop it? Okay, it's technically
See, he did that before, and then we picked it up, and then it was able to be picked up.
out of bounds now. Does that mean you're free now? I'm gonna go with no, because I can't actually interact with it in any way now.
See, they disabled it. Once it's outside the area, you can't be picked up. I'm surprised it just doesn't despawn it, because it's technically not a valid item, and he didn't pay for it, or teleport it back to its last known location. That's probably a lot of memory though to remember the last location. But either way, this is how he did it before. He picked it up and was able to sell it. I'm pretty sure he could probably still push it over there, but let's see how he does it now.
So can I get things outside the shop? Yes. Can I use them once they're out here?
No.
No. Can I make a huge mess? Oh.
But he can still probably put it in the car and drive it over there and then sell it, I'm pretty sure.
Please. So I guess just like before, I'm gonna settle for that. This is my medieval version of a Yelp review. 1 out of 5 stars, wasn't allowed to steal, so I trashed the place instead. As an aside, I think I found my favorite new ASMR sound. Are you ready? Okay, well, I feel better now. I didn't get something for free, but I did make something worse than I found it. And that's really half the battle if you think about it.
Yep.
So believe it or not, I actually have a plan to make money.
Okay.
Before I show you that, we need a backup plan in case it's too much work. Last time we made some money simply by fishing in the river and selling the fish later. So let's struggle through this mess and find a fishing rod.
Oh no. Please do not remove all the fish from the river, Josh. Don't do this again. Like, dude. You said you spent like hours doing this last time.
Come with me. Okay, let's take this thing out and do some fishing. Last time we did some fishing kind of around this area. Let's see if this holds true if we go downriver. So let's see. Wait for it.
Oh God.
Wait for it. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, there it goes back into the water. Fishy, are you okay down there? Fishy? Huh, no. The fish is very much not okay.
Dead.
Well, come with me, fish. Let's see how much you sell for at the jeweler. Here, have a fish. So obviously 8 coins.
Imagine you took a fish to a jeweler. Oh my God, bro. Like that, I mean, it's probably not the weirdest thing these people have gotten. Because some people just are just like, think they can sell anything to anywhere. But I mean, that'd be the weirdest thing ever.
Really a lot, which is why we're gonna do just a little more fishing. There we go, that's more.
Why did I think he was gonna do a little bit more just to like get some resources to do whatever shoplifting technique he was gonna do? My guy, dude, not again, man. We made a mountain of fish, Josh. How many hours is this?
Like it. In fact, I think we got all of them. All the fish. They're right here in these weird
towers.
Fish columns. Okay, now that we've got the trust fund secured.
Trust fund.
The front. Let me show you how I'm gonna make actual money. Now you may notice everything is cleaned up. That's because when you restart the game, everything you didn't pay for disappears.
Makes sense.
That is, except one item. This water.
Oh no. No devs, man. No. So what I think he's gonna do now is since the item stays there after restart, it's not cash. So it probably thinks he bought it, so he can probably carry it out and do the same method he did before. So he's just going to spam a bunch of those, restart the game, and then put them all on the truck and sell them again. Oh my God. The devs, what are we doing, man? This is a simple thing. Oh my God.
Pipe valve. I don't know why, but if you put one down, return to the main menu, load your game back up, the pipe is still here. And more than that, now the game thinks I own it, which I guess.
How do you just not, that's a huge oversight. And it's like one of the most important items too. It's the water valve to do all the watering things with the game. Like, that's crazy.
This technically means I do. And I can pick it up, put it down, and do anything I want with it. And I really did try this on everything else in the shop.
I would assume so.
After a restart, it really is the only thing that's still here. So I guess that means I choose you, Pipe-a-Chew, for shoplifting.
Pipe-a-Chew.
It's a little complicated, though. I'm not sure how to do this efficiently. Because normally I would use this truck here, because commonly I can just pick stuff up, walk it right on over here to the back, and just leave it in here. And while normally this would work pretty well, let me show you something that happens here. Let's put the truck in position like
this is what he did last time. He backed the truck up in there and was able to place all the things in there and then drive it to the scrap yard. Let's see how he does it now, because he said it's fixed.
We're gonna do a good old-fashioned robbery. Ideally, it'd be great to get this pipe into the back of that truck and do it without having to spawn it here and then restart the game to make it whole. Because if I don't restart the game and I try to walk it out of here, it just disappears like normal. And even though I could pick this thing up, walk it to the boundary line, and then use the placement tool to drop it somewhere out here, I still can't pick it up or do anything with it until I restart the game.
Exactly.
What I would like to do is take one of these things and immediately put it on the back of the truck. But if I do that without paying for it or restarting, the moment it hits the truck bed, it disappears.
Oh, that didn't happen before. Dude, the devs fixed the two things. Picking it up after you placed it like it was outside, and then if it goes inside the truck. W devs, but they didn't fix another thing. So what is he going to do? Let's find out what Josh the Madman has done.
And the reason we want it on the truck bed, which I'll explain with one of these ones that's already been made whole, is the jeweler won't buy them. Instead,
see, you have to scrapyard it. That's how he got rid of it in the other video.
we have to take them somewhere else, which I'll show you after a brief little jaunt, which is if we run down this pathway, over this amazing bridge, and then just keep on running all the way to the town of Bridgeport. We have to use something here called the scrapyard. I used this last time to make my millions, so we're gonna do it again. If I put something down on this little grating right here, and then I head on over to this button, I can incinerate it into a nice little cube, and then I can take that cube and run that over to the local jeweler and sell each pipe for 11 whole coins. So if we want to make a lot of money, we're gonna need a lot of pipes. There are a bunch of other stores here, by the way, stuff like housing or even MoreTruzuo.
So this is the only item it works with, the pipes. If it worked with the chairs like last time, he would have done it a lot faster. So I wonder how. It's gonna take a long time, I guess.
And equipment, and other stuff like a bunch of conveyor belts, and of course my favorite, glorious furniture. Sadly, I've tried this trick on every other store to see if it works, but when you restart the game, it all goes away. It just means those inexpensive pipes are what we're stuck with. But I think I've come across an item that's going to make life easier on us, which is this pallet.
A pallet. Drop items on top. Lock to pallet, used for moving purchases multiple items. Cool mechanic. But this is going to help Josh. Oh my god.
Here, drop items on top to lock to pallet, used for moving or purchasing multiple items easally. Now the problem is it's 450 coins. Luckily, I think we know a bank that's willing to give us a loan. A river bank, that is.
Oh my god, of course, Josh.
So let's see, how can I... Whoa, did you see that? I just touched the magic bucket to the column of fish and now they're in my bucket.
I mean, hey, that's convenience right there.
My bucket runneth over. 6,600.
That's a lot of fish.
Coins. Don't mind if I do. Okay, this should be enough capital to get us started. We're gonna buy a couple of these pallets. Just gonna put a couple on the buying plat.
What in the...
You're fine.
That's a trick shot.
3. Okay, and let's bring the pallets back over here and see if we can do something fun. Let's see, we'll just put one right here. Just
now they need to make it so you can't put pallets in the shop that you own, and like unless yeah, they have to detect if it's on a pallet that you own or not, because then it's gonna, if it's not bought yet, then it's gonna be probably flagged. I wonder if he tested it with putting the items on the pallet and then trying to like reload and see if that changes it in any way.
Just as a test, let's see if we can put a bunch of these on. If I pick this up, do they stay on it? Great. If I carry this over here and put it in the truck, does it stay? Greater. And
oh my god.
then if I restart the game to make them corporeal, are they there when I get back? Absolutely yes.
See, I wonder if, since it's on a pallet that he owns now, I wonder if the other items would work. I wonder if he tested that. If not, then maybe another video he saved that one in the chamber, maybe?
Well, let's load up these pallets and just see how many can stick to it. Well, I stacked a couple on there. Let's see how this works. Well, now that I've picked it up, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. So let's put it down again and see how we did.
Oh my god.
Flip on your side. That's perfect. You know, seems pretty good. I'm not really sure how those in the back are.
These are the people that be driving on the highway, though. The things are not like tied down whatsoever. It's just like on there, like dangling off. Or the trunk is open and they have it sticking out the trunk, like with no like bungee cord or like, what do you call those things? The things that you pump the chain on it and it like locks it to. Like, oh my god.
Connected though, but they are, so I'm not gonna question it. Okay, well, with my really limited vision, let's see if we can get this in the truck. Okay, I think this might do it. I honestly can't even tell if that's in the truck, but hey, let's get in and find out.
Oh my god.
I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like something might be amiss.
Dude,
okay,
what?
Let's try that again. And in you go. Okay, there we go. I just had to position it better. Let's load another pallet. Okay, let's see. How are we gonna get this onto the back of there? First, we'll pick it up with our superhuman strength and use our exceptional vision to walk over to the truck bed. Wait, can I just like lump this inside it? Okay, I loaded the other one in and yeah,
my god.
Fine. The game did not turn into a horror movie. This is definitely not what my sleep paralysis demon looks like. Okay, you know what? Maybe we just need to tame it a little bit. All right, let's just get in.
No.
Yeah, see, look, we just have to tame it like a wild horse and then it'll calm
this doesn't
down.
look good.
Or it could throw me off and I don't really think it's coming down. You know, I think we're just gonna leave that guy up there. It is still up there, right? Yep, it sure is. Just just
breakdancing tractor in the sky.
Gonna pick up a new vehicle. Let's see, we could get another of the same truck, or how about the newest model?
Oh wow, okay, new truck.
I don't even know what the difference is, but who cares? Okay, let's try
this.
This
Looks
again.
like a different
what
color.
If I stack these ahead of time? Can I just mash one pallet into another?
Oh my god. This can't be real. The devs, bro, what are we doing? Like, we're not running any checks on this. You gotta think like a player in this scenario. I mean, I know Josh is the exception, but dude, this is like some common stuff people do.
I do believe it did. I believe both pallets are now one. What about a third? Do we think we can shove this in? In you go. Oh, don't be that way. Come back.
Oh my god.
Oh, I see. Did it have to return to its home planet? Well,
yeah, you ET'd out of there.
Back. Okay, be nice this time. No more flying off into space, okay? See, that's much better. That's the kind of coexisting I want to see.
How?
Okay, so I think I stacked as many pipes as gonna fit in this thing.
No, you can tell by the frame rate.
No idea how many things are shoved to this pallet in here. It's enough that the frame rate is definitely suffering.
Dude, oh god.
It's suffering. So let's slowly but surely make our way to
the
scrap
What about the metal scrap? It's gonna fly everywhere.
Our bounty is worth. Okay, here goes nothing.
Oh, wow.
Ah, I burned the bad frame rate away. Hello, single magical cube.
Oh, wow. It made it to 1 cube out of that whole thing. I guess because of the pallet. And he has to rebuy the pallets, but he probably made it back. So the pallet was $4.50, and all those pipes were like a $22. And I wonder how much he sold it for. 11 to test it. So 11 times however many he put on there.
Take you to the local jeweler and see how much you're worth. Tell me something exciting. A cool 3,547. Let's see, to become a millionaire, we only need about 280 more of these. Well, better get started.
No way, Josh. I thought it was going to be like he found another way to make it go faster. No way you did this every single time. Oh, God.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Me? Oh, I'm just holding a cube. I was gonna put it on my cube wall here. Let's see, let's just find a place for it. I don't know, somewhere in the back, I guess. Yeah, just kind of shove it in there, whatever. And with that cube, we did it. I don't know how many trips that took or how many pipes are in there. But
dedication on this man.
Millionaire again. As you can imagine, I had a lot of time to think while I did all that shoplifting and also staring up at our beautiful pipe god that has finally managed to calm down.
Dude,
but
that is crazy.
Ever present at all times. So I'm gonna start buying some stuff. I'll sort of explain the process as I go.
Oh, God.
So this little device got added to the game recently. The compressor compresses uncut, regular, or compressed gems. How many gems do you think? I think there's only one way to find out.
No.
Let's see if there's any limit to how many gems we can compress. Of course, that means we have to dig them up. So let's buy some of these ram drills because we can use them on top level dirt, opposed to these Goliath drills, which we have to dig down and do a little bit more work for. Do I look like someone who's ready to waste time? So let's go ahead and just back
but
up
yes, at the same time, because you spend all that time
and we can't forget all
shoplifting instead of playing the game right.
This game is powered by water, and we're gonna make one last pit stop at this little store over here that has conveyor belts, because who doesn't love those? And now that we're all suited up, let's head on over to the dig site, also known as a big empty dirt lot, which of course the game makes us pay for. Not like this price matters. You insult me, game. Be gone with thee sign. Okay, let's get started. First thing that we're gonna need to do is establish a water source, which is gonna be this little dock right over here. For that, we're gonna need our pipes, which we're gonna put down nice and delicately. First thing we do is take a pipe, shove it right into the ground, which endlessly pulls water and makes this horrible, horrible noise.
That's some ASMR right there. ASMR water dripping from the ocean.
We're going to use that to shut it up, thank God. And from there, we're just going to kind of build out the pipe system. But before we get too involved in that, looks like it's going to start to get dark soon. Which reminds me, I forgot to pick up a bed. So let's run all the way back to town to buy one. Hello, furniture shop. One fancy bed, please. And now let's run this nice child bed all the way to the job site. And I mean, I could place it like right here. Or I could place it down here, completely submerged in dirt and water.
Why?
Restful sleep, not being able to breathe.
It's a beautiful view, though. The stars up there.
I feel so rested. So for starters, we're just going to keep on with our pipe system until we can get it all the way over to the dirt. There we go. Looking good. So now that we've run the water pipe, let's get one of our drills. Okay, let's see. Just like
what is he going to do? Is he going to like force like 300 of these drills to go into one compressor?
Now, ideally, what we want to do is get as much dirt as we can, and we could process this by hand. But obviously, we'd want to automate this a little bit. And we're going to split cut off the water so we can power this thing. This is our harvester. Breaks small chunks of dirt into resources. Essentially, the way it works is right on top here is like a grindy thing. So if I just drop the rock on it, out comes minerals. And of the minerals that eventually pop out, we eventually have things like this. Uncut emeralds. So these are the kinds of things we're looking for to eventually shove into this thing to compress for all eternity.
I wonder if it's gonna
this
mix,
is just a demonstration
but I
to
don't
show
know.
how it works. I'm not gonna stand here and keep feeding this thing dirt over and over again. That's where the conveyor belts come into play. So let's move this thing for now. We're not gonna need it. And let's place a conveyor belt right here where the rocks are gonna come out. Let's add another one, and a couple of these leading up, and another one leading across. And this is where we'll put the harvester now. In theory, so dirt can go up here and fall in there. In theory, of course.
This is my favorite type of thing to do in games,
So
especially in like mod and Minecraft. It's like my favorite thing to automate systems and have everything like go from like a quarry, the pipes to like a storage system to like a furnace, dude. You get dedicated, like I get addicted to this stuff. Like when I'm like that my Minecraft like yearly like month of just playing constantly. But dude, oh my god, this is the type of stuff I live for.
Works. Rock goes up. Ah, that worked out great. Now what we really need is more rocks for this thing to pummel through. This just isn't enough. So let's go ahead and add some more ram drills. One after another. And another. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this does with 10 of these.
I thought he was gonna do like 100.
Well, seems to be doing the trick. Everything's just dropping in one after the other. I would say this is working out well. Oh,
yeah.
You know what? Can we just take our magic doohickey here and just like put it right here? Ah, yeah, that's great.
There you go.
I know it said it's only supposed to compress gems. But what do I care what goes in there?
Oh god.
Uh-oh, looks like we're getting a little full. So let's go ahead and pull the lever and compress it down. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of sound for not a lot of change. I can't honestly tell if it did anything. What if I just keep pushing this thing over and over again?
Oh god.
That's generally how heavy machinery works, right? Okay, I think I broke the lever because it's not working anymore. But, oh, hello. What might you be? Composite emeralds.
Huh.
Well, seeing as how I have no idea what actually got compressed into here, let's go see how much it sells for anyway. Let's see. 60.
60.
Get this garbage out of my face. We can do better than that. So I guess we're gonna have to optimize our process a little bit.
Oh,
and
God.
to do that, we're gonna pick up a fun other machine called a conveyor splitter.
It's like a
Off selected
filter.
resources onto a new conveyor belt. I like the way you think, random piece of equipment. Okay, let's see. How are we gonna integrate this tech into this cacophony? I guess first we're gonna need to move this out of the way.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm not sure what to do about this, but what the hell? It's not hurting anyone. We'll just force it to mind meld with this conveyor belt. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Things are gonna spit out here. They're gonna go into this machine. Oh, let's set this to gem. That could have been a faux pas. And I believe what that means is the gems will pop out of the back here, and everything else will come out of this chute into this hole I've made.
There you go.
Who cares about those materials?
Of course.
I don't think the machine's working. Although looking at that conveyor belt, I think this is the out chute and not the in chute. Okay, so be it. We'll turn this thing around backwards so that nobody's comfortable. But it does appear to be working now. I'm seeing normal minerals fall into my pit of despair, and all the uncut gems are coming out of the back front thing. Okay, hold on. Let's get this thing into the front. Okay, and there we go. Rocks go in there. Minerals pop out there.
Here we go.
Most of them go in here.
Actually playing the game, Josh.
Go in here. Now all we need to do is wait for this setup to run for a little while, and we'll see what we get. Okay, I've let this setup run for a little while.
God.
Really, so far so good. To my total shock, everything is still working as intended. Our gem thingy is full of gems.
That's kind of
and
satisfying.
I definitely
Oh my
misgauged how
god.
big I needed to make this hole. So that's a big ol' mess. Anyway, it's time we tested this out, so here we go. Well, there you go. 3 glorious giant gem things. Let's take these bad boys to town and see how they do. And don't forget
Dude, this is like the Lego crystals from that the Lego mine like the green boss thing, like the was it called the miner set? I think it was called something else. But it was like they're underground, like those rock monsters or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Dude, oh my god, it looks exactly like that.
Good fortune, Sky Car. I have
It's
high
still up
hopes
there.
for this. Oh, not bad. 4,000.
Oh, wow.
And the emerald
That's actually
is
pretty good.
41. And the ruby is the weak one of the litter, but still a combined amount of 10,000.
That's pretty
not
good.
Too bad. All that says to me is there's room to grow.
Oh,
So hang
God.
on a second. I'm gonna redo this thing, see if we can get a little more production out of it.
Josh, you already broke the game. You already had $1 million, my guy. Like 11 hours more you put into this? Guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be 100 drills in like a whole conveyor system. Oh God, Josh, please.
Okay, so before we had these 10, and I feel like it was pretty effective. So I'm very hopeful that 681 have...
681? Josh, why? the game is not even going to be able to run all these. It's not even able to get to process all of them before you run them all. They're all going to crash. Oh, God.
Good results, too. Before I fire any of this stuff up, let me give you the tour. Naturally, everything starts over here pulling from the water, and then the pipes run all the way here to this valve. How does he have enough water for this? And then the water splits off to power the ram drills, as well as these conveyor belts, and rinse and repeat for a really long time. Once dirt pops out of these machines, it'll go down this conveyor belt all the way to the end, where it'll join up with a larger conveyor belt system.
I feel like this is going to lag so much. I mean, it has to.
At which time they'll go right over the edge into these waiting harvesters, where the gems and minerals will be taken over here to this splitter.
Guarantee it barely runs.
A gem is going to get launched onto my new bed, so I can sleep in wealth, and the remaining gems will go back here and be dumped in this little compartment.
Of course.
It couldn't be more simple. Except for the part where I haven't tested this, so I have no idea what this is going to do to the frame rate. I mean,
well, the frame rate's already gone. I can almost guarantee you that.
Plus running at the same time. So let's do this. Let's turn it on and see what happens.
Oh my God. What did you expect,
this is the
Josh?
worst noise ever, and my ears are bleeding every time these things all pump in unison. And on top of that,
you need to turn the game off.
Might be having a couple of issues, but enough out of me. How are the machines running?
It's a slideshow.
Well, if the spotty sound coming in and out is any
Welcome to the PowerPoint presentation, everyone. Today we'll be looking at how
you can see the rocks
long this game lasts
to make their way over here. Okay, let's go. Let's go see how the other side's doing, if we can. Well, look, things might be going at like 0.0001 frames per second, but at least the machine crapped minerals on my bed, and I do believe that's a gem slowly, eventually, one day making its way to the promised land. So I don't know how you couldn't call this a rousing success, except for the part where the game is lagging so bad that I think I'm having an aneurysm.
Yeah, same.
Just trying to slowly stumble my way back over to the valve. I have the dumb idea that I can somehow salvage this without reloading. Quickly, turn it off. Ah, see, that's much better. Let's go see what it looks like on the other side of this thing. Well, I would say in the most technical sense, this worked out really, really well. But in the practical sense, I'm gonna say about 50-50. So let's see if we can't try something. Instead of turning the master valve back on, I'm gonna close off this valve right here.
Okay.
And once I tighten this thing, it's only gonna power this line right here.
Exactly.
So hopefully that'll be a little bit more tolerable to the game. Okay, and there go my eardrums. Okay, this seems potentially a lot more pleasant, maybe. I like how as I'm waiting for those little pieces to finally make their way over here, just in the background I see like a couple of frames of some rocks just flying away. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is still not effective. Let's go ahead and load back to before we tried any of that. I got a new idea. So I moved the valve from over here and bypassed all of this stuff instead. So the only thing that gets water pressure is the very last one. I'm hoping this will be a little easier on the game, and so far, actually not that bad. Yeah, this seems to be doing slightly better. We certainly have a lot more minerals flowing than before, that's for sure. But
they're not staying on the conveyor belt.
My sleeping arrangements are perfect. I'm not sure what I like more, being constantly rained on by minerals, or if it's the absolutely deafening sound of all the collision happening. But hey, it looks like everything's technically working, and what else could you ask for? And the moment I said that, the game delivered once again. I decided to take a quick power nap despite the slowdown, and you know what I learned? When the game is running this poorly, it just won't let you leave the bed. Like, look, you can just see the days passing by.
That's crazy.
So I guess the game decided for us that this is where we're stopping.
That's a crazy bug.
I know I did. I'll be here just waiting for my sleep paralysis demon to appear again, and I'll see you next time.
See ya, Josh. Dude. The devs, bro, will never learn. This man will take it to all extremes to get whatever he wants, whether it be not playing the game as intended, which is usually 99% of the time, but he will get his way no matter what. But dude, interesting. The one item that they did not check that like disappears after you relog was the water valve, which is needed for pretty much every single like machine, is able to be shoplifted to create millions of dollars. Now, granted, that took however many like trips there, but he still did it. And I would assume it's probably somewhat faster than doing everything else. But I mean, once you have the money, you can do what Josh does and just play the game like that, where you just automate everything. But again, dude, Josh is crazy. Dude, 11 hours to do all that to get the bit for like 1 minute where the game barely functions, which is hilarious. But either way, go check out Josh. He makes amazing videos. If you want to see more of these, be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more of these. We're reacting to these every week. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.